What's up, everyone? Welcome back to a very exciting episode of Discovering Decay. Today we're in Guelph, Ontario, exploring an old abandoned chemical factory. This place has been sitting vacant in one of the city's neighborhoods for quite some time now, and when I saw that there was large demo equipment there, my curious side knew I'd have to check it out soon before I never got the chance. There was once 4 buildings on the property, 3 of which were accessory buildings and a warehouse, but now all that stands is the main factory building, which is listed on the city's heritage register. This factory was built in 1919 to 1920, with the first production of goods in April 1920. It was considered state-of-the-art when it was constructed. Starting out, it was owned by a company called the Northern Rubber Company, which made rubber footwear, primarily rubber boots. At one point, this factory contributed heavily to the area's booming industrial uprising, with well over 600 people on the payroll at one point. In 1939, after having financial troubles, they merged with Woodstock Rubber Company to form Northern-Woodstock Rubber Limited. The factory and the rest of its property were officially acquired from Northern Rubber in 1942. This merger would continue to run for the next 16 years until it was sold to Dominion Rubber Limited in 1958. In 1988, the title was transferred to the then Uniroyal Chemical Limited by a vesting order. This company went through a couple of changes to Crompton Corporation in 1999 and finally their last form in 2006. They lasted approximately 8 years and vacated the property in 2014. This building, despite the fact that it was being made exactly 100 years ago at the time this video is being made, is finally starting to crumble and become unsafe. In quite a few places, the reinforced concrete beams and posts are wearing away with exposed rebar. The building's general appearance, however, is very similar as when it was constructed and has held up extremely well for that entire century. Currently, the architect of the building is unknown and no plans for the building have been found, but it closely resembles a 1908 to 1925 factory called the Kaufman Rubber Plant in Kitchener, Ontario, a city neighboring Guelph. This factory was designed by Albert Kahn, a famed architect of Henry Ford and dubbed the foremost industrial architect of the early 20th century. Now, the building has been turned into the Kaufman Lofts, but the exterior of the building has kept much of its originality. Many circumstances, including time period, architectural similarity, and general design, suggest that the Guelph factory would have also been built by Kahn, although there is no concrete evidence to prove this. Now, a quote from the Cultural Heritage Resource Impact Assessment for this building was, "This property has a grand, solid, and handsome exterior. The former factory building at the property has design or physical value as it is a representative example of what a style, type, expression, material, or construction method demonstrating a degree of technical achievement. Whether or not the building employs the Kahn system of reinforced concrete is not known. However, there are similarities with Kahn's industrial buildings. It has contextual value in that it is physically and visually linked to its surroundings. It is important in defining, maintaining, and supporting the character of the ward. The building at this property is, in the opinion of this author, worthy of designation under Part 5 of the Ontario Heritage Act for the reasons stated above." So, as a little background information, the Kahn system was a stress distribution system designed to better manage the stress of concrete and to reduce beam slippage when the wet concrete was being poured. So this property, now full of excavation equipment, dump trucks, and other machinery, and the last standing building that we're in now, will soon be the site of many residential buildings. The factory building will be conserved and reused for approximately 86 apartment units. The remainder of the 2.5 hectares of property will be leveled and will have up to 96 townhouse units. I believe the density cap, if I'm not mistaken, is about 100 units per hectare, and this proposal is 73 units per hectare. So although this is well under the maximum density per area, I know this area of the city pretty well, and it's not going to be nice when all those units are filled up and people are living there. Anyways, guys, that's about all of the information I have for this location. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and thanks for coming on another adventure with Discovering Decay. Right now, Rachel and I are laying on the ground because we had both seen a man in a security jacket walking alongside the building, Rachel seeing him about 20 seconds before me as I was walking over. I decided to lay low with her while she took a couple pictures, and when we got up to check, he was so close to seeing us that you can see Rachel snap back down, and my heart was racing. We were still on the first level at this point, so we were pretty open to anyone who wanted to look into the building. Alright, honey buns, I'm going up. We have to sign their logbook on the way out and say, have a happy Easter. We have to fucking do it. Should we do it now? Don't forget. Okay. Really? That was blocks of me. Just want to see what it's like up one level up. Or if you want to go in the basement. Or what? This is cool. Do you want to go up more? Or are you scared shitless? Yeah, do you want to get out of here? Sorry. Did you leave your camera bag in the car? Did you leave your camera bag in the car? Okay, sweet. Oh, whoa. Another good explorer.